So you just got your real estate license and you're amped to get out there and start listing properties, making some sales and closing some deals. It's an exciting time, isn't it, right? Well, I guess the biggest problem now is really, where do you start? Well, I'm sure you've probably figured you're supposed to be working with a brokerage. So I guess the next step is probably to start interviewing brokerages to hang up your license with. And then I guess they're gonna teach you everything that you need to do after you kind of hang up your license there, right? Hold on a minute. I think you might be skipping a step. You see, let me reset your expectation real quick. Without a clear identity of who you are and who you're serving in the marketplace, I hate to tell you this, but you're gonna set yourself up for failure super quick. You see, it's not the job of your brokerage that you end up signing up with or working with to build your brand. They can provide you with some tactics or maybe some best practices to follow, but they're not really gonna tell you what to do. And you see, this is a vital missing piece to the puzzle that a lot of really new realtors get wrong when they're jumping into a career or really switching their career to real estate. You see, the next step after getting your license isn't actually to be out there and finding a brokerage. It's actually to start building your identity, your business, and your brand. Emmanuel here, and in today's video, I want to break down what is truly the next step after getting your real estate license. So let's go. What is up, everybody out there in CA Realty land? Emmanuel here, back again, founder and brand strategist over at Square One Group, where our mission is really to help realtors build a unique identity for themselves online. And I'm happy to present you with episode 2 of 11, which is really a series designed to help you build your real estate brand and give you an on-ramp to success. Now, in today's conversation, I want to discuss your real estate brand. But before I get into it, I want to make sure I take a second for you to click that like button, that subscribe button, and the bell icon. You know, it appeases the YouTube gods, aka the algorithm, and it really helps support the channel to continue to create great videos just like this one. So please go ahead, click that button with your left finger mouse click button. Yeah, just go ahead and click it. I'll give you a second. All right, thank you so much. All right, let's get into this. All right, so today I want to start off the conversation by really breaking down a common fallacy. And I think one of the easiest ways to explain this is really by illustrating it. So let me hop into my iPad, shall we? You see, there's this common belief that once you get your license, you sign up with a brokerage and it's off to the races. You're solid, your future is cemented, you're golden, and you have essentially a game plan after that. You see, most new agents, right after they get their license, they want to hop straight into a brokerage because they think that they're going to get the magic equation, the magic elixir there. So they'll hop into the brokerage with the expectation that they're going to receive strategy as well as tactics. And then from that brokerage, they're going to be able to go out into the world and really kind of make a name for themselves, find the success, become the $1 million listing millionaire. But that is far from the truth. You see, instead of the room looking like what I just illustrated to you now, it looks more like this, where you walk into this metaphorical room, which is the brokerage that you sign up with, and then they provide you with some tactics, and then maybe some SOPs or standard operating procedures, or maybe best practices, and then from there, you go out into the real world. But there's one key component missing, and that is the strategy. You see, brokerages are machines that are really designed to filter in agents of all shapes and sizes and train them on tactical execution. And then from there, really leave it up to them to either sink or swim. I'm sure you've heard about it when you were going through your courses and your trainings and your lessons to become a real estate agent, and that all realtors or real estate agents are independent contractors. And as an independent contractor, you have to see this as you are your own company. And the brokerage is nothing more than an ancillary tool to help you run your business. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be building your business for you. See, I hate to break this down to you, my friend, but you are gonna have to do this yourself. Now, building a business is not rocket science. In fact, laying out the foundations of your business is a very simple process. It's just going to require some time that you're gonna have to block out to really think. You see, the foundational pieces of a solid business are made up of 4 main components. And those main components are the mission, the vision, the core values, and of course the USP, which is your unique selling proposition. You see, you're gonna need to establish all of these things to really provide you with some direction and purpose when you're operating your business. And if you're ever feeling lost at any time, you can always divert back to these statements to really help you find and guide you down the right path. Now, my goal for today is really to break down the first 3 in today's video, where I give you kind of a framework to utilize for developing your mission, your vision, and your core values. But I am going to save the USP conversation for the next several videos because it's really a lot to unpack. So just make sure you click back next month for the next installment of the series. So to really nudge you along and really help you out with this process, because I know coming up with these statements gets really daunting, I wanted to provide you with a little bit of a worksheet to really help you build your brand. It's really designed to take you from the start to the finish of this process super quick. So the link is in the description below. Go ahead and click on it. I'm gonna hop into it now, right? So real quick to kick things off, if you wanna start making edits to this worksheet, what you're gonna have to do is go to File and then make a copy and then save it on your own drive so that you'll be able to start typing into it, because the link itself is gonna be only a viewable document. So you really need to save it in your own hard drive to start making edits, all right? Okay, so first off, let's talk about the mission statement. You see, the mission statement is the definition of the purpose of why you exist. It's really designed to guide you through the day-to-day operations, define your communication solutions, and really motivate you toward a common short-term goal. And it really paints the picture of who you are and what you do. Now, one of the biggest problems with creating a mission statement is that most people don't really know where to begin. And my goal with these worksheets is really to help that process along. So I've designed this in a way where all you really need to do is just fill in the blanks. It's essentially like playing a game of Mad Libs, where I give you a sentence and then you kind of fill in whatever you think should go in there. And that's the name of the game. So let's dive into this quick example, shall we? So the mission statement always starts with my mission, or our mission is to, and then you fill in the answer of what, which is the change that you want to create, starting with an action. And then it goes for who you're creating this change for, which is the specific audience that you're creating the change for, by how, the core strategy you use to make the process towards the vision. So real quick, all you simply need to do in terms of filling out this Mad Libs worksheet is just start filling in the blanks in the columns below the who, what, and how. And what I did real quick for you is I gave you an example of a mission statement that you can use. So in this example, it's my mission is to create long-term wealth for people with bad credit by giving them a roadmap to home ownership. Now, of course, this is really just an example. It's now your job to get creative. So start kind of jotting down some ideas and use this framework. And then by the end of it, start piecing together, weaving together what you believe to be your mission statement. Now, while the mission statement is designed to give you your short-term operational goal, the vision statement is really designed to be the complete opposite, in that the vision statement is a look at your future and the future of your company. Some of you may have heard the term the BAG, or BHAG, which stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. In essence, the vision statement is your bag. Now, real quick, to access this vision statement Mad Libs doc, it's right here. It's the second tab on the sheet. And it's essentially the same process as the mission statement, where you're filling in some blanks, but this time you're really positioning the phrasing to be a measurable goal, really that is 3 to 5 years into the future. So allow me to read this out for you so we can kind of make sense to this particular worksheet. It always starts with my vision is to, and then you're answering the same what, but this time you're adding the how many, the number of people that you're trying to help within the 3 to 5 year gap. And who of those people, the type of people that you're trying to help by how. So again, all you're simply doing to complete this worksheet is filling in the blanks of the what, the how many, the who, and the how right under these. And then just start jotting down ideas and start weaving them together. And then by the end of it, you'll start to piece together what essentially will become your vision statement. Now, again, I provided you with an example. So in my example, it's my vision is to empower financial responsibility to 1,000 individuals that are currently struggling by giving them a roadmap to home ownership. Now, by establishing this, you now have clearly identified what your vision is, what your goal is, the journey that you're on, what is the end zone, what is the finish line. And now you have to make strides to make your way toward that goal within that given amount of time. Now, the last thing that I want to mention, and I'm going to click on it on the bottom tab, is really developing your core values as a company. Really, the core values, the way you got to think about it, it's like the rules that you or your company lives by. If you guys are familiar with the term the 10 Commandments, they are really like the 10 Commandments or the rules or playbook of your business. Now, this is vitally important because if at any time you or your team are questioning your morals or ethics, you can defer back to these core values to really provide you with some better direction. Now, these core values don't need to be anything grandiose or crazy. They can just be short, simple phrases. And really, these core values are what define your company's culture. Now, if you're having trouble coming up with core values, really, the best company that is synonymous with the term core values is a company called Zappos, and the link is right here in the worksheet. Go ahead and click on that link and read through their values to really try to drive and generate some inspiration for yourself. Now, the key here is that you don't need to create 10 commandments or 10 core values. You can really just create 1, 2, or 3, or 5. It's really up to you. But the only constraint here is that you do not want your core values to exceed more than 10. All right, guys, I hope you're understanding how important this is and how vital this is to really the success of your real estate career. So after completing these sheets, I'm all about supporting you. Drop on the comment section below. Let's see it. I want to be able to read your mission statement. So write it below. What's your mission statement? Now, to wrap up today's conversation, I want to end by explaining a few things. Number one is that your mission and your vision and your core values will always change and evolve on a regular basis. And you'll find as you continue to progress in your business and you continue to grow and really achieve your goals, you're gonna have to keep making adjustments and tweaks and iterations to these statements to really give you a new path to follow. So what you're creating now, remember, it's not set in stone, so don't get too hung up on it. Instead, think of it this way. You're writing it down on a piece of paper, and then over time, you're gonna revisit this, erase it, and then write something brand new after. Number two is that I wanna leave you with this. Businesses all have a wants and needs list. Now, there could be a bunch of things in the wants list, but what I'm presenting to you now is not a want. It is 110% an absolute need. So you gotta make sure that you complete this exercise before you even bother thinking about signing up with a brokerage, or if you're in the process of signing up with a brokerage, remember, they're not the ones that are gonna provide you with this. You're gonna be the one that's gonna provide yourself with this. So you need to make time, block off time to work on this. I also gotta emphasize that do not take this whole process haphazardly. You gotta take some time, you gotta time block, because at the end of the day, establishing this is really what's gonna pay dividends for your future. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to provide you with some true value in this. And by all means, let's continue the conversation. I highly recommend you join our free Square One Facebook group, leaving the link in the description below. We're talking all things digital marketing and branding, really for you guys, the real estate agents. But aside from that, again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next episode. Till the next one, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.